That's why it was so astonishing when I decided to go to my hallway closet and retrieve a revolver that had never been used. My body was discovered by my neighbor, Mrs. Martha Hoover, who had been startled by a strange popping sound. Her curiosity aroused, Mrs. Hoover tried to think of a reason for dropping in on me unannounced. After some initial hesitation, she decided to return the blender she had borrowed from me 6 months before.
It's my neighbor. I think she's been shot. There's blood everywhere. Yes, you've got to send an ambulance. You've got to send one right now.
And for a moment, Mrs. Hoover stood motionless in her kitchen, grief-stricken by this senseless tragedy. But only for a moment. If there was one thing Mrs. Hoover was known for, it was her ability to look on the bright side. I was laid to rest on a Monday. After the funeral, all the residents of Wisteria Lane came to pay their respects. And, as people do in these situations, they brought food. Lynette Scavo brought fried chicken. Lynette had a great family recipe for fried chicken. Of course, she didn't cook much while she was moving up the corporate ladder. She didn't have the time. But when her doctor announced Lynette was pregnant, her husband Tom had an idea. Why not quit your job? Kids do better with stay-at-home moms. It would be so much less stressful. But this was not the case. In fact, Lynette's life had become so hectic, she was now forced to get her fried chicken from a fast food restaurant. Lynette would have appreciated the irony if she stopped to think about it, but she couldn't. She didn't have the time.
Stop it. No! You are going to behave today. I am not going to be humiliated in front of the entire neighborhood. And, just so you know how serious I am,
What's that?
Santa's cell phone number.
How'd you get that?
I know someone who knows an elf. And if any of you acts up, so help me, I will call Santa and I will tell him you want socks for Christmas.